Well, the Maryland dad has officially touched down in Maryland. Kilmar showed up with flowers in hand and said hola to his wife, the wife who said he beat her. Kilmar even wore his favorite Bulls hat. This morning, he hopped out of bed and talked to the press in Espanol.
Queridos hermanos y hermanas, mi nombre es Kilmar Abrego García y siempre quiero que recuerden que hoy puedo decir con orgullo que estoy libre y me reuní con mi familia.
Brothers and sisters, my name is Kilmar Abrego Garcia, and I want you to remember this. Remember that I am free.
What's the deal with Kilmar's translator, the imposing woman to his left? Well, she's a nonprofit lady. The nonprofit's called CASA. It's funded by Zuckerberg, Soros, and Bill Gates. They've gotten $11 million in government contracts that make no sense, like $100 grand for environmental justice, whatever that means. All the money in the world can't stop Tom Homan. The Iceman crashed Kilmar's coming home party.
Mr. Abrego Garcia was taken into custody by ICE this morning.
Can't say we didn't warn him, but this time ICE isn't sending him back to his home country in El Salvador. The Maryland dad is about to be a Uganda dad.
It is preposterous that they would send him to Africa, to a country where he doesn't even speak the language.
Kilmar came to the United States and he doesn't speak English, so what if he doesn't speak Swahili? Maybe he can take Soros' translator with him. But Kilmar, here's my advice. Fire your lawyer. You should never hire an attorney with an earring. That's how you get deported to Africa. Now, we don't know exactly what Kilmar is going to be doing in Uganda, but he had it a lot better in El Salvador. He was at a low-security prison, fishing, gardening, working out, playing chess, playing soccer. Uganda, and I'm trying to be as diplomatic as I can, is a dangerous, corrupt, and polluted place. They just outlawed beating your wife, like literally last year. Polygamy, still legal. If Van Hollen and his hotshot lawyer had just stayed out of the way, Kilmar would be fishing in his home country just a few miles from his mother. There aren't any margaritas in Uganda, but they do have Tonto. It's booze made out of fermented bananas. We're importing a bottle just to sample it, but Uganda has a 15% tariff rate, so that's going to be some pricey banana beer. And Kilmar won't find his grandma's favorite tortilla recipe. Grasshoppers are a delicacy in Uganda. Good news, soccer's big in Uganda, and so's fishing. And if Kilmar has some spare time, he can check out the mountain gorillas at Uganda's national parks. The Maryland dad sure is racking up a lot of frequent flyer miles on your dime. We paid to send him to El Salvador, bring him back, and then run him through the court system, and now send him on a 17-hour flight to Uganda. All thanks to dumb lawyers, judges, and Van Hollen. They were so desperate to make Kilmar the poster child for deportations, they ruined his life. He could have been in El Salvador with his familia. Now the whole world knows he's basically an MS-13 wife-beating human smuggler. We wish him well in Uganda. Uganda's Hispanic population? One bad hombre with MS-13 tats and a Bulls cap. And I don't think the Ugandans are going to sing for him like they do in Maryland.
Kilmar is our neighbor. You can't have him Trump. No! Kilmar is our neighbor. You can't have him Trump.
Joe Concha is a Fox News contributor. So, Joe, this is going to be quite the culture shock for this dad.
Yeah, I mean, the language you mentioned before, Jesse, I mean, it was fascinating to hear Kilmar's lawyer whine about him being deported to Uganda because he doesn't speak the language. Well, the official language of Uganda, actually I had to look this up, is, English.
Oh.
So Kilmar is the official mascot of the Democratic Party and their pals in legacy media. He's been married to a U.S. citizen for years who speaks fluent English. So, great argument. But maybe the Maryland man's lawyer can be deported back to law school before he embarrasses himself again. Dude, seriously. And by the way, I'm not a legal eagle, but I watched A Few Good Men with my daughter a few nights ago, so I think I understand how this stuff works. And when you're offered the way Kilmar was, that he could simply have gone to Costa Rica as well, where they have tremendous surfing, seafood, spiced rum, he would have been a completely free man there. Instead, they're like, nope, we don't want it. And now he's going to an infinitely worse place. So yeah, again, fire the lawyer, and the Maryland man will be the Uganda man, as you said. Could not happen to a nicer guy.
All right. Do you think his wife, who accuses him of beating her, is going to go with him to Uganda with their son and stay as an intact Maryland family? I mean, they do have polygamy there, though, so that could be a risk.
This is true. Look, Jesse, I mean, this is the ultimate test of marriage, right? I mean, it's one thing if you live in the Upper West Side of the city and your girlfriend lives in Soho. Boy, that's a long way to go. In this case, you got to pick up everything and move to Uganda. So if it's true love, I guess she will. But if it's not, and again, there appears to be like a language barrier here as far as like them being able to communicate, well, maybe it's time to, consider Kilmar the practice husband and move on back to Tinder again and find somebody else.
The Van Hollen and this hotshot defense attorney were so keen on getting good headlines and looking empathetic and fighting for due process. You think Kilmar likes due process now? He doesn't want anything to do with due process. He wants to go back home.
Yeah, I give up all my rights. All right, I'll take the El Salvador fishing trips again. And please, I don't want this anymore. Van Hollen, no more margaritas, please. But it's just amazing that Democrats are dying on this hill. I mean, are they pro-wife beating, pro-human trafficking, pro-MS-13? And by the way, never trust anyone with 3 names to be a good person. John Wilkes Booth, Lee Harvey Oswald, Joy Ann Reid. The list goes on.
Why do we always say the middle name of the illegals? I don't know why we do it, but they always insist on the middle name. We'll see if we can do something about that. We'll just doge the middles. Joe Concha, good to see you. Click here to subscribe to the Fox News YouTube page to catch our hottest interviews and most compelling analysis. You won't get it anywhere else.